Time for a short one today. We're just going to have a look at something that came up on the forum about rotational correction and docking without it turned on. Probably some of you are asking, well, why on earth would I want to try and dock without rotational correction? Well, in the alpha, probably not much point, but Frontier have made it clear that in the final game there will be some stations that don't have the option of rotational correction. So what is it? It's basically when it's normally turned on, and it's turned on by default. Here in the station, the craft is automatically rotated to match the rotation of the space station. So you could argue it might be there might be worth some value of practicing docking without it, just to see what the effects are, how difficult it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back into Port Zalada now. If you noticed earlier, I've turned my rotational correction option off, and this would simulate you docking at a station in the final game where the feature wasn't available. I think the idea is it's going to be sort of cheaper, lower, more run-down facilities that wouldn't offer it. So I'm going to request docking. You can see here, rotational correction off. Landing gear is deployed. Okay, so let's wander in. So, trick here. Firstly, I've got yaw on roll turned off. If some of you watched my previous videos, you'll know I normally play with it on. So I've turned it off for this because, as usual, there's no option to do it on a button, so I need to go into options and turn that all off. But I can just pure roll. Now as you come in, the trick is to go slow. So I'm going to turn my engines right down, I'm going to divert power to systems. I'm going to come in slow, and I'm going to use my lateral thrusters to push to the right very, very slowly, push down very, very slowly, and I'm also rolling to the left just to match the rotation. And there you go. And we'll take a look at that again. So again, another separate attempt here. Request docking, just to show you I'm not cheating. Rotational correction is off. Landing gear deployed. It's all about just taking it steady, nice and slow. And this is probably one option where, if you've not got analog lateral and vertical thrusters, it might make things a bit more difficult because you're going to have to do them with buttons, but you're going to have to just tap those buttons to give very slow very minor amounts of lateral and vertical thrust. Yeah, so a slight roll to the left just because the station's spinning around us, so a little bit of roll input, a little bit of vertical thrusting down, but the main key components are sideways thrust to the right, rotational input to the left. Just here I need to thrust down a little bit. I'm constantly thrusting to the right to match and rotating to the left just to keep in line with the station. There you go. This is doable. I would say it's a lot easier with analog controls maybe. But there you go.